Hey guys, this is Jeff at Slavens Racing. Just want to give you a quick rundown on my 2015 Husky 501 dual sport bike. So I've had this bike for a while, but I haven't ridden it much. And a good friend called up and wanted to do a dual sport ride. So in a matter of just 2 or 3 days, I put together a dual sport package for this. Show you some of the things I did. So the Cherbys gas tank, it's a 4-gallon or 4.1. Put some radiator guards in there. I had those on there before with the small tank. With this big tank, I don't really think they're necessary. I think that's a P3 carbon pipe guard. Might be an E-line, I don't remember. I think it is an E-line. Got the System Tech case guard on it right here. And Enduro Engineering skid plate. And of course we've got a Slavens link skid on there. And then I use the Malcolm Smith standard foot pegs that are 1/2 inch offset to the back. Just opens up the compartment, makes it more comfortable. And then I use these giant loop Mojave bags. These blue ones are not available anymore. This was a special edition run. But I was very impressed with them. They worked extremely well. I use that plus a small backpack, and that's all I did for carrying the gear. We did 500 miles in 2 days. Started in Moab and then went down to Mexican Hat and then back to Moab on a different route. And it's also got a Q4 FMF muffler on it. And then this is just a heat shield that comes with the Mojave bag. Keeps it from melting the bag. And you can see I've changed to the blue rear fender and also the blue fork guards. Those yellow ones I didn't care for much. And then I threw some wheel weights on it. I don't remember the brand of those, but they're a bolt on. They just got screws on them and they fasten on there, so you can easily take them off, move them around for your next tire change. And this is this tire in the rear here is Moto Z Arena Hybrid. So the reason, it just looks like a regular knobby, but the reason it's called a hybrid is because it has a soft crown. So this area is the crown, and then stiff sidewalls. And that's got 500 miles on it. And there's definitely some life left to it. And I also did one run at 101 miles an hour with this tire, and it stretched quite a bit, which they all do at those kind of speeds. You can see it chewed a hole through my mud flap. That's how much the tire enlarged from that speed. And I wouldn't go anywhere without a Seat Concepts comfort seat on my bike. All of my bikes have them. Now, a word about this gas tank. This is actually, because there are no listings for gas tanks for 501 Huskies, no big tanks like this. So this is actually a KTM 500 gas tank, the 12 through 16 tank. And all I had to do was, on the seat I had to shorten it a little bit. So the seat, was about this much longer. So I just undid the staples around here, on the underside. And then peeled this back. I cut the plastic base back about 1 inch. And then restapled it, wrapped it and restapled it and put it on there. And it's golden. So up here we have the Flex handlebars with Flex Simple Solution handguards, and a Garmin Montana GPS, and of course the Scott stabilizer. I put those on all my bikes. They're excellent product. And like I said, this was a quick and dirty project. There's a lot of things that could be refined to make it a real, a better dual sport bike. Like this, I just did the quick and simple GPS mount. We sell those. I don't even remember what they're called, but they just clamp on. You can be up and running in just a few minutes for a GPS. Then I ran a cord back to the battery. For the gearing, I used the stock rear sprocket, which is a 50. And then changed the front to a 15. And you know, you could easily cruise down the highway at 75, 80 with that kind of gearing on there. Down there I put a TM Designs GP chain guide, and then also the swing arm protector from TM Designs as well. And then you can see here I got just a little hookup for my heated vest. So this just goes to the battery and it plugs into my heated vest. It's a real simple solution for that. And you know, everything about this was just the easiest way I could do it in the fastest amount of time. I just had a couple of days to prepare. I've also got some speed bleeders on the forks here. And I also put a moto-minded extender on the switch here. And then the E-line fork guards, the upper fork guards. And I'm a big believer in those for a couple of reasons. One is if you have just a small crash in the rocks, these tubes are very easily damaged. If you put a dent in one, it will bulge out on the inside and chew up your bushings. And the other thing is, if you got a guy in front of you on a 500 or throwing rocks up at you, that will do damage to your fork tubes as well. So they're just, they're not cheap. They're like $65, $70, but it's way better than $400 a piece for those fork tubes. So I will be putting a moto-minded LED light on there as well. But you might want to, let's see, there's one little thing I forgot here. So from the factory there's a plastic piece right here. Well, it melts through instantly and then burns your pants. So I just put some asbestos wrap on there. We have that. And that's just a quick and simple solution to that. So I think that's all for now on this bike. Stay tuned. My next dual sport bike build is going to be a 2017 KTM 500 EXC. That's all for now.